Hey guys, Chloe here, friends and fam. If you're new to my channel, please subscribe, please hit the like button below, and please comment on my videos as well. You can also follow me on Twitter at ChloeGotLB40. So this is the start of my journey for one of my trips down memory lane. These are the schools that I attended. Now if you see behind me, I don't know if I have it in the shot, but if you see behind me, above the building there, it says L.H. Tanglin Elementary. This was where I spent kindergarten through 5th grade. 6th grade I went to another school because they redrew the lines between 5th and 6th grade. So I'm not going to go into the school because obviously it's closed up and locked. But I'm going to show you maybe inside the doors if I can get up to the doors. I'm not going to go in, obviously. But this was my elementary school. Now if you were to look at this school from above, you will see it is a circle. When you get to the part of my junior high was, the building was shaped like an E, so it's kind of weird the way that they built the schools back then. The high school is not in any real shape or anything, but I'm going to try and film inside these windows here. Hopefully nobody calls the cops on me. I'm not going to go in. I don't know how well you can see in there. There's another set of doors that goes in. This is the main entrance. And this goes in a circle. So this was the first school that I attended. I think these are the offices in here. Maybe. Can't really see in there, so they're blackened out. But, oh wow. Take a look at this. In memory of the tragedy on September 11th, 2001, may we only know peace. Isn't that interesting? Obviously, this wasn't here when I went to school. There's another one. Learn, dream, think, or teach, learn, think, dream. I can't read that last one. It's so weathered. Benches donated by the Tanglin 6th grade class of 2002. I'm not sure what this last one says. If you can read that, it looks like Boko, but I don't know. I can't read what that says. It's so weathered. But yeah, this is the main entrance. I'm not going to walk around here too much because I don't want the cops called on me saying that I'm trespassing and I don't want to get arrested. But nice stop, dude. But this was my first school that I went to from kindergarten through 5th grade. Lots of memories here. None that I can call up by the top of my head at this point. But we used to do, for Halloween, we used to do parades where each class would go around and walk in the circle and parade off our costumes, and then the next class and the next class, whatever. I think it was done by like 1st grade, 2nd grade, that kind of thing. And then over here we got some tennis courts. I think these have been built since I went here. I think there might be somebody in this car. Just filming. Not trespassing at all. Okay, so there's some tennis courts in here that I don't remember were here when I went to school here. You can kind of see through there. There's some tennis courts here. There's 2 sets here, there's 2 sets on the other side, another 2 sets behind. Looks like there's 3 sets of tennis courts there. And then some more tennis courts over here. Oh, I guess you can, oh, hello. Sounds like I got buzzed. So here's some tennis courts in here too. I don't remember them being here. But the high school, I know when we get to the high school video, because I've already made that one, you couldn't see this school from the high school, but I think you can kind of see the top of it from here, which is kind of strange, but maybe because I was down on the ground. But I think I could just see, I'm going to walk over here to where the bleachers are. Now there is a water tower there. It used to say Tanglin on it. You can see there's all kinds of sports fields over this way. This used to be the football, no, maybe this wasn't the football field, because there is another football field just to the left here. I'm just going to walk down this way to where the open part of the fence is to see if I can see the high school. Yeah, you can. Okay, but that's because I was on the other side of the high school when I filmed that. Okay, so this part here has all been built on since I used to go to school here. This was never back here. They never had that playground over there. I know we used to have playgrounds and we used to play in the tires and stuff, but is this the football field for the high school? I don't know. Oh, this is the track. Oh my gosh, I used to do track and field on this. Yeah, I remember this now. I used to do track and field. Okay, so the high school is right over there. So that building you see is the high school, and then the junior high is way over there. So these three schools are all within the same vicinity. So yeah, this is the football field too, but I think the football field that I marched on was behind this one. It could have been this one though, I don't remember. But yeah, I did track and field here. Like, I ran on this very track, although it looks fairly new, so maybe they've redone it since I did it. I used to hate coming out here for gym and having to do the 600-yard dash or something. I was never very athletic. But I did track and field. I did the hurdles and stuff. And used to sit up in those bleachers all the time. We used to go underneath the bleachers, which I think you can see through the fence here. That playground is new. That's not the way the playground looked when I lived here, or when I went to school here, but here's under the bleachers. I used to sit under there all the time too. That was always fun. And then here's back at the elementary school. Now, I'm not sure what this is, because this was never here either. I'm going to sneeze here. Goodness gracious. This might be a gymnasium. It kind of looks like it might be. There was a gymnasium in here, but it was on the other side of the school. But it's amazing how all the schools now have security cameras on the outside of the schools. It never was that way when I was going to school. We never had security guards. We never had metal detectors. I mean, in high school, we'd have maybe like 5-6 fights a year, but it was like fist fights between the boys. Back then, the boys would carry like pocket knives to school, but nobody felt in danger because we never felt like we were going to be stabbed or shot or anything. It's not like it is these days, which is really sad. So this is stop number 1, Tanglin Elementary. And the next video will be at a totally different area on the other side of town at Burwell Elementary, which is now St. David's Academy. And then North Junior High, which you just saw, and Hopkins High School, which is where I graduated from. And then school number 4, I'm not going to show you because it's far away. It was Benilde St. Margaret's, and I only went there for 9th grade. So we're just going to go ahead and I'm going to cut this off for now, and the next school you'll see me at is Burwell Elementary. So come along with me. So continuing my trip down memory lane and the schools that I attended. This is school number 2 that I attended. I attended here only in 6th grade. This used to be called the Burwell Elementary School. It is now called St. David's Center. But my classroom was this one right there. Like right where those side windows are. That used to be my classroom right there. And then once in a while we would have to go to another classroom, which was on the other side here. If memory serves, I think the wall was right here. Let's see, I think I'm zoomed in. There we go. Okay, so I think the wall was right here where this piece comes out. Those 2 little windows right there, those might be the other classroom. I don't remember. It's been a really, really, really long time. But that was one of the classrooms that I would also do. I think I did like geometry, math in that room. I don't even remember my teacher's name. I know her last name started with a B, but I don't remember her last name. It was an unusual name. But yeah, that was the classroom that I attended 6th grade in. And then around the corner way down over here was the library. So we'll walk over here to the library. I don't know if it's still a library. I don't know what kind of a school this is now, but it says Child and Family Development, so I don't know. I haven't been here in years. But the library used to be down over here. So I'd spend some time over here in the library. Right through these windows over here. And it was kind of a sunken library, if I remember right. The stairs would go down. And you go down into the library. Gotta watch how much time I have left here. Should be good on battery life. It's a brand new battery, so hopefully it'll last longer than the other one did. Are there windows here? There used to be. There might be windows here. Let's see here. So this was the library here. And it kind of, I don't know how well I can get in here, but some blockage here. But this used to be the library. I don't know, it might still be. I'm not sure what you can see in there because I can't really see very well what I'm filming. It looks like a gym maybe, but that used to be the library in there. I'm not sure if you can see that or not. I can see balls and stuff. It looks like a gym now, but that used to be the library. Oh, dragonfly. So this is stop number 2. This was Burwell Elementary. And this was just down the street from my first house that I grew up in. And I only went to this school for 6th grade. Now, one of the schools I'm not going to show you because it's kind of far away. It's right off a highway, so you probably wouldn't hear me talk much, but that's where I went for 9th grade. That's when I first visited Chicago with the band and the choir. Took a road trip down there for, I think, a week, something like that. That was Benilde St. Margaret's High School, but I only went there for sophomore year, and then I went back to the public school. So onward and upward. So next we will visit my junior high and my high school. And the elementary school that I just showed you is in the same area, same vicinity as the junior high, which is now called middle school, and the high school. They're all kind of within the same area. So if you were to do an overhead shot, you'd see all 3 schools. And they were kind of connected by the land. So we're going to go over and show you those too. See you there. Okay, so now we are at my junior high. I guess they still call it junior high. This is North Junior High. And this front end of the building is all brand new. This was not here when I went to school here. The building ended right here. And if you were to look at this building from above, it is in the shape of an E. So this would be the bottom of the E, and then there's a middle wing that you have to go all the way down there and then turn and then go to the next one, and then the main hallway is like way down. Let's see if I can zoom in on the door there. Okay, so if you can see, the door is right there. So if you go in that door, there's a main hallway that goes all the way down, and that goes to each of the wings. Now back then you couldn't get to each of the wings on this end. Like this would be the end classroom. So if you were in this classroom on the end, to get to the next wing, you'd have to walk all the way down the hall, down that way, go to the next wing, and then there's another third wing way on the other side. Now the cafeteria, if I remember correctly, these were the offices. Let's zoom in again. These were the offices here, and then the cafeteria was just on the other side of that. The gymnasium, I'm trying to remember where the gym was in this one. I don't remember where the gym was. May have been on the back end, because later on, years later, they built a bubble on the back of it that we might be able to see from the high school. Or maybe I don't know if we'll be able to see the bubble from the high school, because the high school is right behind this. And in the bubble is the tennis courts. They didn't have a pool, I don't think, or maybe they built a pool here and the high school didn't have a pool, so we'd have to come over here for swimming. That might have been what it was. And I see there's a camera up there, but I'm not doing anything wrong, I'm just filming. Thank you. So I have no idea what's in here. This might be the library now. I don't really want to walk up there and get in trouble for trespassing on the property, but because I see that there's a camera right there on the side of the building. But so this was my junior high. So this is where I went to 7th, 8th, and 9th grade. Well, not 9th grade, because I went to Benilde St. Margaret's in 9th grade, as I told you, at Burwell School. But I would have gone to 9th grade here. So this was 7th, 8th, and 9th grade. And then the high school was 10 through 12. And the elementary school was K through 6. And of course they redrew the lines the summer between my 5th and 6th year, 6th grade, and so that's why I got transferred to Burwell School. So this is trip number 3, school number 3 that I attended, and then school number 4 will not be on here because that's the high school that's far away, that's Benilde. And so we're just about ready to go see school number 5, which is my high school right behind this one. So let's go see the high school. Okay, so I was right. This thing behind me is the bubble from North Junior High. There's tennis courts in there. I don't remember about the pool though. That really is bothering me. But anyway, that's the back side of North Junior High. So now I'm standing in front of my high school, so you can kind of see how close they are. So this is the high school that I attended and graduated from, 10th, 11th, and 12th grades. I think it's open, but I'm not going to try to get inside today. But I am going to try and stand in front here. They must be doing something in there. I don't want to film anybody's car. So this was my high school. And we were known as the Royals, as you can see above the front doors there. Now that didn't used to be the front doors, actually. The front doors that we would go in were over here. But they have added so much onto this building, I have no idea. I have been in this school since I graduated, and this part over here is a humongous cafeteria. I see that they're adding on to the building, so I don't know if they're adding more cafeteria space or what. It almost looks more like a mall than it looks like a high school. But the main part of the school is over here, and they've even added a second floor on part of this over here. Now, if you can see above there that it says Hopkins High School, that's where the original sign for Hopkins High was. Before this was Hopkins High, it was called Lindbergh High School, and prior to that, this was again Hopkins High School. But actually, I don't think it was this building. I think it was the other high school that was in town that no longer is a high school. It's still a school, but it's not a high school. And that used to be the original Hopkins High, and then they opened this place. I don't remember how long ago they built this building, but I know my sisters went here. And I graduated in '85. And so my sisters graduated in late 70s, early 80s. And this has different departments, or at least it did back then. They have really pushed this back, so there's no way. The main entrance was never that far back that I remember. I think they pushed that entrance back further. See how far down that is? That's not where I went into. I don't think it was that far back. I'm almost positive it's not. It was never that far back. I could be wrong. But this was my high school. And I don't know. I think this tall part is maybe the auditorium now. The auditorium used to be on the other side. It always had 2 floors, but I think this glass part up here, this here, is new. The offices are like right around the corner, or like, at least they used to be. I don't know. I'd have to go in to see where everything is at now, but this was my high school. So this is where I spent 10th, 11th, and 12th grades down here. And this is the high school that I graduated from. So Hopkins High School, go Royals. And as you can see, the junior high is right here. And I'm not sure. I'm going to try and walk down this way a little ways. I'm trying to think, each type of class, like social studies, history, that kind of thing, had its own department. English had its own department. Math had its own department. Science, music. Music was on the back end of this. That's where I spent most of my time in this building. But I'm going to try and see. Now, if you see that water tower back there, that's on the property of the elementary school that I showed you first, which was Tanglin Elementary. And I think you can see the well, you might not be able to because I think there's actually a hill. But there's the back side of the junior high. So you can see how close in proximity they are to each other. Yeah, you might not be able to see the elementary school. The elementary school is on the other side of those trees over there. This was the football field. I did a lot of marching band down there. This looks so different. But like the music department was down over that way. This isn't the actual music department. It's like actually on the opposite end of this building. But the elementary school is just on the other side of that tree line over there, where I showed you at the beginning of the video. So yeah, so this is where I finished high school. I'm obviously not going to show you the colleges that I went to, because the buildings that I attended for Brown Institute to learn TV, radio, broadcasting, those, I don't know if they exist anymore, but it's not the college. It used to be called Brown Institute. Now it's called Brown College, not in Boston, but here in Minnesota, in the Minneapolis area. And they were building that the year that I graduated in '86, because it was a one-year college or one-year course for TV, radio, broadcasting. So now I have taken you. This is the end of my. I don't know if I'm going to make this part 2 or part 3, but the school portion of my trip down memory lane. And Hopkins High School, go Royals! Of course, our mascot was a lion. I don't know why a lion. I guess maybe because in the royal family they use a lion as kind of their... Somebody racing through the parking lot there. It's kind of strange. So maybe because the royal family uses a lion for their... What is with this dude, man? You'll see this white car coming up behind me. He's like racing through the parking lot. It's crazy. So North Junior High. I don't think we had a mascot at North Junior High. Just here at Hopkins Royal. No, let's see. Tanglin, we were the Tigers. I don't think we had a mascot for North Junior High. I don't remember a mascot for North Junior High. May have had one, I don't remember. But anyway, so thanks for taking this trip with me down memory lane to the schools that I attended, 4 of the 5. And we'll see you on the next one. You have a sunny day.